Feeling very zen. Very zen.
Yes.
Okay, and we're back. The group chat has made a return for 2025. It is January 22nd. So we've had lots of the month of January off. Rejigging ourselves, re-centering ourselves, aligning ourselves with the Earth's values. As you can tell, I have a very zen tree on my left. You have a very zen tree on your right. Your left as well, actually. My right. And you're back from South Africa, Phil. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
How you doing?
It's good. I've reached inner peace, and winning bets is my philosophy for this podcast from here on out. Black Clash was a great time. Great way to start 2025. UFC 311 was fantastic. Great way to start the UFC PPV sort of 2025 season as well.
Yep.
And getting stuck in for this weekend.
Yeah, massive weekend ahead with Karaka Millions, obviously taking centre stage up at Ellerslie, which we will be attending and having a bit of fun at. But I just wanted to go back, see what we've missed, what we've got coming up. Just, a bit of a catch-up for everyone. So, the Black Clash, you got the luxury of going down there. And
Indeed.
Now, can you confirm, did you or did you not have some shots with Chris Gale on Friday night? Because I heard he was out on the town till about 1:30. Come early hours of Saturday morning. Were you with him?
That was news to me. No, I was not. You'll see me on this hotel CCTV probably getting back at 10:30, so I missed all that shenanigans. But yeah, everyone in very good spirits, as you can imagine. Off of maybe some very good spirits too.
Probably.
Three-letter word, rum. Unbelievable. Great vibes for all the players. SJ getting a shot at cricket. And doing decent too.
Yeah, he didn't look too far out of place. I felt like he felt more at home on the mic, though.
Indeed.
Very good. Oh, you wouldn't have heard, actually.
When he was mic'd
on
up.
The broadcast. Yeah, when he was mic'd up. Very good on the broadcast.
Well, I mean, even when we interviewed him with Courtney, he was he was just loving the environment. Didn't really know what to expect when it came to a cricket match. He just didn't want to duck and gets a 4 off the first ball. So
genius from SJ.
He's fine, I reckon. He's fine. He went all right. Gets bowled by Chris Gale too. So those are memories.
To see Shawnee have a rollover at Chris Gale because he was a bit nervous about his bowling. That's what he was saying, but he did say he wanted to bowl to the universe boss. Since he got him out.
Yeah.
And you chatted with Chris Gale. You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interviewed him as well.
Who was the best person that you interviewed down there?
What does that mean? Who's best?
Your favourite person you interviewed, or because there were plenty of Chris Gale fans.
Meeting Chris Gale was crazy. Never was not on my sort of 2025 bingo card to meet Chris Gale.
Already ticking things off the bingo card.
I was like, what are you doing in Christchurch of all places?
Yeah.
Like seriously. So to see that and meet him in person, very cool. Joey Wheeler, real funny dude to interview. Very emotive, I would say. And then, just talking to SJ and what he was doing with Mirab. SJ and a Mirab, I don't know if you saw that video, but SJ met Mirab.
Oh, yeah.
Dualashvili from the UFC. And I was like, those two characters it's like a multiverse thing. Like, you shouldn't be in the same video, but it's fantastic that you are.
That was
kind of like the Crusaders. Yeah, it's kind of like Crusaders and Manly Sea Eagles doing a training together.
That.
What is that about? There's just so many weird things already this
crossovers.
Year. But I'm loving it. And obviously team cricket getting the job done by 5 or so runs.
Yep.
So,
no one
nice
hit
and
the
close.
Betcher bash zone?
No, they got close. They got very, very close.
Yeah. I know Grant Elliott was out to... He told me he was going to try and hit it.
He made a good effort of it. He
paid.
did. He got in the direction.
He only hit 2 sixes, though.
Indeed.
Chris Gale,
both leg side, though, I think. Yeah.
Sorry.
I think they were both leg side for Grant as well, yeah.
Over to Cal Corner, where the...
But yeah, maybe that sign needs to be doubled next year. Who knows?
Yeah, which is bigger and better. Let's
bigger
go
and better.
again, because I'm assuming the T20 Black Clash looked like a hit from what I could see on the broadcast. It did look like fun, and I can imagine. And I'd be deeply disappointed if we don't do it again, and because I'd love to go. It's a shame if Team Rugby won, Chris Gale was coming back, right?
Yeah.
I wonder who
Maybe he loved
year.
it so much that he does come back anyway.
Yeah, maybe he likes the Christchurch nightlife.
Yeah.
What else? So you said UFC 311.
Yeah, huge.
Weekend just gone.
Incredible.
I didn't see it. I had a game of cricket on the Sunday, so I missed out.
Yep.
But that was one of the first things I asked you was, how was UFC 311? And you just said it was perfect, basically.
Yeah, one of the better ones. One of the better main cards I've seen recently, to be honest. I think it was 3 first-round finishes in the main card, which is incredible. I think I went 3 from 4 in the old UFC multi. So multi-rescue, thank you very much.
Yep.
Obviously, bit of a personal vendetta against Mirab. With the Sean Johnson Las Vegas card and how disappointing and boring Mirab was with the control time. And I thought Umar's takedown defense and counter grappling was going to be too much. But Mirab is just an insane athlete. His cardio is probably the best in the game right now. And he proved that. I mean, how do you throw and taunt?
Yeah.
And in Magomedov, I just don't understand with Khabib sitting in the corner. I was like, damn, this guy is actually legit. And he was striking with Umar too. Obviously, Umar was very good with the takedown defense, but by the 3rd round or 4th round, he just looked absolutely gassed. And Merab was like, I've just done a lap around the park. I could go another 10 rounds.
Let's go again.
Insane. RDR getting the finish over Kevin Holland in the 1st round. Almeida with the KO TKO in the 1st round. Yuri Prohaska and Jamal Hill was a great fight.
Sounded like
they have both, although Jamal Hill lost, they have both redeemed themselves after losing to Alex Pereira. Insane fight, finished in the 3rd round by KO TKO for Jerry. Mirab obviously getting the decision, well deserved. And then Manny Moicano, I mean, he put in a good effort for the first couple of seconds.
First, 30 seconds?
He got a knockdown, and that's about all he got. So there was a moment where oh, something could happen here. But no, Islam Makhachev, man, he's too clinical. He's probably the best all-rounded UFC fighter in the game right now and gets a submission.
Well, he's Dana White's number 1 pound-for-pound fighter now. He's overtaken from John Jones.
And well-deserved, yeah.
There you go. And we've got UFC 312 to look forward to in Sydney.
Yep.
That's going to be good as well. So they're going to hopefully go back-to-back, very good pay-per-view cards. Now, keep floating the idea that we're going to get there. Doesn't sound like we'll be making our way to Sydney, but hopefully we will be doing something fun for it and we can get around it.
Yeah, we'll do something.
We've missed out on a bit of UFC with you being away, actually. What was it? When we did the podcast with Goran up at Mount Smart, I tried to channel my inner Phil and pick some UFC winners. And it must have been 310 was the one mid-December, yeah?
Right, yeah.
And I think I went 0 for 2 with my UFC picks. So
okay.
Hopefully when we get...
It's only up from here.
Yeah. When we get back into the UFC picks, I will leave that to you. You do your thing. But yeah, good to have some UFC back. Football-wise, you've been keeping an eye on Man United. I'm not sure how you'll be feeling about that. Are you keeping an eye on any A-League stuff as well?
I've been closing my eyes on Man United, and the A-League's gotten interesting. I feel like, since I left the country, AFC had a bit of a dip in form, and they've bounced back with a 3-0. Phoenix looking pretty average, lucky to get that win. What was it last weekend?
MacArthur.
They were looking pretty average in that first half, so worrisome for them and their fans. But it's shaping up to be an interesting one.
Yeah, it seems like Auckland FC may still actually be good, which is good to see, especially with the derby not far away again. It feels like we have a derby every second week at the moment. But the Phoenix derby, they head back up to Auckland, take Auckland FC on for the 3rd time. The Phoenix just aren't the same team as they are last year. Quite clearly, David Ball now released as well. He is no longer with the club.
Right.
He's doing his stuff. I saw a photo of him in the Yellow Fever, though. So he still likes the Phoenix. He's going supporting and he's doing stuff. But yeah, just Struggling along the Wellington Phoenix, unfortunately.
Auckland's still the best defence in the league, which is good to see. Only 9 goals conceded, so...
Yeah. We're going to have some Auckland FC guys as well at Karaka Millions this weekend, so can maybe chat to them a bit about how they've felt. Because how many games through are we now? We must be through... We're up to around maybe 16. Although, we're match week 16, I think, kicking off on Friday.
Yeah.
Match week 15, done and dusted.
Yeah.
Match week 14, however, will finish next Sunday, maybe. Auckland FC play tonight. Their fixture from match week 14. It's all over the show.
Yeah. It's very confusing. And they've only played 12 matches. Auckland FC and Adelaide, so it all makes sense. Top of the table clash tonight.
Yeah.
Of all teams.
What have we got odds on that for? How are we looking?
Well, Auckland are paying about $3.40, which is absolutely incredible.
Auckland $3.40 to win.
Something like that, yeah.
I guess they are away.
They are away, and you're up against the top of the table, but you also have the best defence in the league up against, I think, second best attack. Yeah, obviously Adelaide, the best team in form, I think, of recent.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Those odds don't seem right to me.
No, not at all. I feel like I've overlooked that when I was looking to do my bets.
Maybe you have.
But, yeah, let's go Premier League. I don't want to do it to you, but Man United currently sitting in one of their worst positions at this point in the season ever.
13th.
Kind of look like they may be cruising to their worst finish in the Premier League for a long time as well.
I don't know if we're cruising. I would say we're struggling.
How you feeling?
I thought we turned a corner against the Liverpool result at 2-2. Only drawing that game because of a penalty that was given. And what was it, the Arsenal game? Similar story, was it a red card? Allowed Arsenal to slip back into the game. So feeling pretty confident with those 2 draws.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is looking all right. And then couple tough results off the back of that, almost losing to Southampton. Thankfully, Ahmad stepped in with a hat-trick in 10 minutes to end the game off, and then we got absolutely battered by... who did we just play?
This weekend just gone?
We got absolutely battered. It was a 3-1. Brighton, Matoma.
Oh, yes.
Matoma just decided like he was going to have the game of his life. Obviously, in the fantasy, I just got rid of him because... he just wasn't performing, and then he has a game like that. I'm like, no, makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
This is what I get for transferring a player on my fantasy team. They have the game of the season, so...
Have you tried transferring out any of your United players?
No.
To see if they... Then once they leave your fantasy team...
I've got Fernandes and Ahmad, and they're both doing very well. They're the top-performing players of the team, so it would be outrageous for me to get rid of them.
Ahmad the first person to score a hat-trick for United since Ronaldo.
Incredible. And also, there was another stat about the time in which he did it in 12 minutes.
Okay.
I think maybe the first player ever.
For United, or...?
Yeah, to get it in that sort of time frame.
Good player. It's a shame he's being wasted at United.
Careful.
He'll go to a big club next year.
Careful.
Top 6 club, maybe.
Auckland $3.50, by the way. Sorry. $3.50 to beat Adelaide, which is very tasty for me. A couple transfers. Looks like Rashford might be on the way out. Obviously, he hasn't played or trained for the last month.
Yeah, he's just had a meeting with Barcelona, I believe. That went very well.
Okay. As well as I think Dortmund were interested.
Yeah.
Maybe it was AC Milan as well. But Anthony on his way out on loan until June with Real Betis. What a great signing he's been. And someone else, Garnacho, looking to go to Napoli potentially.
Garnacho on the way out.
Yeah. Which is, upsetting. He's young, he's still talented. And it's kind of like, that's all good. Get these guys on loan, let them leave if they're unhappy. But who are we getting in? It's a fat question mark.
Yeah, so that's Amram. He's got to pull some strings, get some guys in. Is he going to bring Sporting FC players in? Is he going to do the Ten Hag move?
I'm sure Ruben already knows who he wants, but I think it's up to the big dogs, Ineos, whether they actually want to put any investment in, because at the moment it seems like what a lot of businesses are doing these last couple of years is just cost cutting. Yes. So, well,
Meanwhile, Arsenal can't get any ground up on Liverpool because every time Liverpool drop points, so do Arsenal. But like you said, we might be making history. Still have the chance to make history this year with the only team ever to, what was it, come second 3 years in a row?
3 seasons in a row, yes.
Not really
History made.
The kind of history you want to be making. I did see a stat
Come on, the Gunners.
that made me happy this morning, though, and it was our percentage to win the Champions League. I think we were sitting at about 14%, second highest.
Okay.
So actually, I was meaning to have a look at those odds for Champions League, considering they reckon we've got a 14% chance. Liverpool had the most.
Yep, naturally.
Not surprising at all. They won again this morning, which solidifies their top 8, I believe, in this new format. Arsenal, they play tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Real Madrid play tomorrow. Barcelona, Benfica. What a 5-4 win to Barcelona?
Is that what it ended as?
I think so. It was 3-1 after 30
down.
minutes, and then it was 4-all,
Wow.
and I'm pretty sure they pulled it out the bag. Yeah,
Wow.
5-4 win. The winner coming in the 90 plus 6th minute.
Wow.
From Rafinha.
I have to watch that game.
Yeah,
Insane.
That would be a great highlight package.
3-1 down
Lewandowski, 2 penalties, 3 penalties in the game, and an own goal. Wow, good stuff. Very good stuff. Liverpool, $5 to lift the Champions League. Favourites, Arsenal
nice.
Second favourites, $6.50. Barcelona at 7, Real Madrid at 7, Bayern Munich at 8.
Okay.
Interesting. No Man City. Oh, Man City's at 8 as well.
Okay.
And I'm surprised to see Barcelona up there at 7s, but they've beaten Real Madrid. Lamine Yamal is cooking, Rafinha's cooking, Lewandowski's cooking.
Yep. They're obviously lacking in the defense though. If
Yeah.
they're conceding 4 goals in a single game, so that's probably
They have to score 5 goals to win by 1. Doesn't really bode well. But yeah, interesting. That the Champions League, it doesn't feel quite right still watching kind of group stage stuff in January, but it is what it is. It's the new format. We'll have to get used to it.
Yep.
I keep talking like winter codes here, though. I want to talk a little bit of cricket. Super Smash, getting down to the business end of the season. Firebirds, they had a couple bad losses. I think Auckland and Canterbury, top teams at the moment. The Big Bash, there is the, what do they call it, the knockout final tonight between the Melbourne Stars and Sydney Thunder. The winner will play the loser of the qualifying final, which is Hobart Hurricanes and Sydney Sixers, I believe. But Hobart chasing their first Big Bash glory, which could be good to see. Sydney Thunder supporter, though, myself.
Are you?
Yeah. Do you support any Big Bash team?
Hell no.
Really?
No.
Follow it at all?
No.
No?
I watch some highlights.
Yeah.
Some Big Bash highlights.
Big Bash highlights.
I'll get
are
around
good.
those. Yeah.
What about while you're? Oh no, you would have been back, eh? Sam Constas.
I saw sort of bit of that beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Virat.
Virat Kohli.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable watching on
It's
Boxing
good to
Day.
see, as much as we don't like Australia, good to see them turn a corner with their cricket team, because they were, prior to that series, in a bit of a slump. So good turnaround from them.
Yeah,
Love to see
well,
it.
they lost that first test in Aussie
Yep.
and got absolutely sprayed by the Australian media. This team, it's just full of egos, like Marnus Labuschagne running
All
in and
ego, no
bowling.
talent.
Yeah, and just bowling bumpers. And then, to be fair, to select a guy of Sam Constas who's just turned 19,
Yeah.
open him up at the Boxing Day test, the biggest test on the year, facing the world's best bowler in Bumrah.
Yeah.
That's some serious minerals from the selectors.
Yeah.
And that changed the whole series.
It did. Yeah.
Serious stuff. I really enjoyed
Needed some
watching.
fresh energy, though, that team, I think. So yeah,
I was
good to
out on
see.
the boat fishing Boxing Day, and I really wanted to watch Sam bat. So boosted in off the boat, sat on the couch, watched him go for as long as he went for, back out on the boat. But I'm so glad I got back in to watch him, because that was absurd.
You would have been disappointed to spend a whole day catching no fish and then missing an innings like that, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, the fishing, actually, quite successful, I might say. Yeah, this is just gone blue cod season at the top of the Sounds. You got to have them 30 centimetres or bigger. And you can only take 2 per person, so I think we wrapped in about 8 blue cod.
nice.
8 legal blue cod
That's
that we
good
took
effort.
home and cooked up.
How many illegal blue cod?
We threw all the illegal ones back.
Good. Very good.
I genuinely reckon we took about 40 fish up on the rods.
Really?
Absurd, yeah. We had these new things called fish bites. They're like synthetic baits. Worked a charm. Changed them once.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored by this podcast.
Very good fish bites, and the blue cod is beautiful. But yeah, good to see cricket in full swing. And we've got, the Champions Trophy kicking off soon. 50 over cricket. The Black Caps had announced their squad. Hopefully can go and get some silverware. What else? I've got NFL, but if you've got anything else you want to add before we have a look into and crack on to Karaka Millions in our
absolutely starving to get stuck into this weekend. But upcoming NFL.
Yeah.
Some surprising results there.
Yeah, the Washington Commanders making their way through to the NFC Championship game, upsetting the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Jaden Daniels doing his thing as a rookie. I don't know if you've seen, and I like to actually get a real-time thought process on this.
Oh, jeez.
VR training. So he puts a VR headset on. No physical activity. It's all just, he's there. He's still doing it, but like no risk of injury, no nothing. Turns it on 1.75 speed. So he's playing the game on VR quicker than it actually happens.
Mm-hmm.
And he lives by that. And that's why everyone reckons he's so good. Thoughts on VR training?
Maybe from a tactical perspective and people running lines, I don't see how, with the lack of physicality, the lack of actual ball control, all that sort of stuff, how that would impact. It's not even hand-eye coordination. You're just mapping plays, I think.
Yeah.
So I think from that perspective, maybe it's a comfort thing as well. Gets them used to the plays, the runs, etc. If it works, it works.
Could you see it happening in any other sport? Because I was trying to think, like cricket VR training, would that work? Maybe. Rugby, definitely not. Football, definitely not. I don't know. UFC, could you duck and weave, but you're not getting hit? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a space for VR training in sports in general.
I think it's situational, and it depends what that training involves.
So they'll face the Eagles, who beat the Rams.
Yep.
And the Rams, after losing to the Eagles, I think the Eagles have donated a whole bunch of money to the Fires. So good on the Eagles. In the AFC, Bills versus Chiefs rematch. It'll be the 4th time they've met in the playoffs.
Ooh.
Josh Allen is 4-1 against Pat Mahomes in the regular season.
Okay.
But 0-3 against Pat Mahomes in the playoffs. So they'll go into that game as underdogs, the Buffalo Bills.
Huge from
$2.10 last I saw.
Yeah, huge from the Bills to get over the Ravens, though. Also, what happened to the Vikings?
Vikings.
What happened to their season?
They're scared of the big moments. Sam Darnold, MVP caliber season. They lost 4 games all season. They went 14-3. They lost twice to the Lions in the regular season.
Yep.
The only other team they lost to in the regular season was the Rams, who they then lost to in the playoffs. So they lost to 2 teams the whole season and bounced out in the first round. Just scared of the big moments.
Yeah, I think
interesting to see what they do though.
That game and the Lions game were probably the 2 shockers that I've saw of recent.
Yeah, 15-2 team, the Lions don't win a playoff game.
Yikes.
14-3 Vikings don't win a playoff game. And I just think it shows how good Jaden Daniels has been for that Commanders side. And as a Chiefs fan, I'd love to see a Commanders Chiefs Super Bowl. Obviously with the Chiefs winning, but I'd like to see Jaden Daniels get there and for the city of Washington.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Bills beat the Chiefs. So that'd be cool.
So who would you want to see out of the Commanders Eagles?
Couldn't care.
Yeah,
Chiefs need to go.
Chiefs need
to go.
You don't
Get
want to
them
see
out.
Taylor Swift on the Super Bowl?
I don't want to see Taylor Swift.
Fair.
Full stop.
Don't want to see Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones do their thing. Go make history 3 times in a row.
I'll be keen to see the Bills get up. I like how they play. And Commanders Eagles. Commanders with a performance like that against Lions, there's no excuse now.
Yeah, I actually think the Commanders
Turn it up.
but I'll get to that later.
Stunning.
Let's do Karaka Millions then. Let's dive into this weekend.
Please.
So,
Me oh my.
what have we got? It's a twilight meeting at Ellerslie.
The
Because
big
obviously
E.
it's Betch's first Karaka Millions.
Indeed.
It'll be the first time that we've just put the odds out. I think you can find them in the futures markets. The barrier draw's just been done up at Karaka, where the sales then happens the next day. What do you know about Karaka Millions?
It's a huge party, and it's a huge race event on the NZ and the bit of the global calendar. It's always a massive day. I've been there probably I think 2 years in a row now, and yeah, it's always huge, and it's always a very good environment to be around. I think in terms of, I'm not going to say a Melbourne Cup equivalent, but on a New Zealand standard, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fizzing for it. I mean, everything I see, the after movie from last year, the racing, the chanting from the Boys Get Paid crew at the top of the stands, and then it turns into the after party at the birdcage.
Won't see the Opie Blossom chance this year, unfortunately, but
no Opie
a big
Blossom.
day is due for the Big E.
Yeah, so I think we've got 6 races. There's 3 group races: a Group 1, Group 2, and a Group 3. There's the Karaka Millions 2-year-old and 3-year-old, and then there's the 4-year-old race as well. But what is that called?
You're talking about the railway?
That's the Group 1, I think. The railway is the Group 1. The 4-year-olds one is the Elston Park Aotearoa Classic.
Indeed.
So there was a massive favourite in that race last year.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about the G1.
Legato, I think. Massive favourite last year. And then Desert Lightning, who was the second favourite, but paid like 13s just because of how much of a favourite Legato was. So, bound to see some action like that happen again. I'm actually really looking forward to it. The set after, the DJ set looks pretty good. I don't know their name, but I know their music. So that's going to be a bit of fun. Do you want to have a go and see if you can give me a winner? So you want to go what? 2-year-old, 3-year-olds, and the Group 1
the
railway?
G1, yeah.
All right, let's do it. Who have you got?
So 4, 5, and 6. And if you know me, you know I'm all sport. So studying the form is not an option. Why? Because I don't want to. So what do we do? Some people might be motivated. Okay, they're motivated to study the form.
Yep.
But what beats motivation? Every single time it's consistency. Consistency beats motivation. And what is consistent? I consistently back the alliteration. What is alliteration, you might ask? Alliteration is the occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. So what are we doing? Let me explain. 2-year-olds. Bravery Born is the alliteration. Bravery Born is the full name at $2.90.
Oh, so you're picking a favourite.
Indeed. But it's alliteration.
Yeah,
it just happens. It just happens to be a favourite.
Happens.
That's just a win-win situation. And this is why we do alliteration. Next up, you'll love this one. 3-year-old. Billy Blinks. Guess what? Favourite? No. $61 shot. So let's be responsible. This is probably, I'm not saying alliteration wins every time because it certainly doesn't, but the fact is we need to be consistent here. So Billy Blinks, $61 to places 13. So maybe I look at a place, maybe I look at a top 4. We'll see. Either way, it's Billy Blinks.
Wow, okay. I'm just saying if there's any other alliteration that you could have gone with.
I'll let you know. Railway. So we've got, in the 2-year-olds, To Bravery Born, happens to be the favourite.
Yep.
3-year-olds. Billy Blinks at $61. Railway. Do you notice a little theme here? It's not just alliteration. What else is it?
They all start with B's.
It's the repetition of the B's. The BB, Matt, means Babylon, Berlin at $8 in the railway. But here's the kicker. There's another one, Sacred Satono. So there's another alliteration in the mix. This is feeling like a same race multi sort of vibe, you know.
I see what you're doing.
So I think Babylon, Berlin to win, and then maybe do a Sacred Satono, maybe like a top 4 sort of business.
Okay.
And there is no form studying. There is no, he's got this jockey, or it's this successful. It is purely consistent alliteration.
I like it. And you know why I like it?
Why?
Because I've just hypothetically done your winning multi.
Oh no.
with Billy Blanks in as a $61 winner.
Okay.
Babylon Berlin in as an $8 winner.
Mm-hmm.
And Bravery Born, two Bravery Born, but
To
we'll forget
Bravery
about
Born,
that.
but
Two
the
$1.90
BBs,
win
thank you. Yep.
pays $1,415. So if you put a tenner on it, 14 grand back. That's nasty work.
So let us be clear on the alliteration theory. It's not always to win.
No.
So it is still
just did that for the
situational.
win.
But if we were to, which might happen, considering
Well, I mean, you might have
considering
to.
we saw what happened at the Melbourne Cup, so anything can happen. Thank you very much. And sometimes, with this theory, although it hasn't occurred yet, as I'm purely looking at the futures market,
Yeah.
this can be reflective of jockeys, such as Michael
okay.
McNabb, perhaps.
Yes.
Another alliteration, the MM. Sometimes it's the trainer that has the alliteration.
Yeah.
What's important is that we are consistent with the alliteration, and sometimes we'll win. So we'll see.
That's the theory anyway.
Karaka Millions, alliteration all day.
And we do have some decent promos on it as well, don't we?
On alliteration.
Imagine.
Back in alliteration on
Well,
the Betcha Boost and get a...
We do
10x.
have, the bet back. So if you bet on your alliteration, and I think it's on every race for Karaka Millions. So bet back.
Okay.
You bet on your alliteration. Bet back also being an alliteration,
Indeed.
starting with B.
Let's bet match.
I think we've got a bet back as well on all races at Ellerslie.
Hope so. Otherwise we have to cut that out too. But yes. Maybe this is where the Betcha Boost comes in and we say throughout the whole day, 3 alliterations to win or something.
Yeah.
Half the field.
Yeah.
$10 million or something like reasonable.
Something absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
The billion Betcha Boost, $1 billion alliteration.
I feel like you've really outdone me here with how I've gone about picking who I want to win. Although there's you've stayed consistent. You've
gotta stay
consistently
consistent.
said you've stayed
Alliteration.
consistent, and I like it. But I've just picked out a couple names I like, such as Sierra Leone in the 2-year-olds as an $8 winner. Toretto because of Dom Toretto.
Okay.
I mean, so there are 2 horses that I've looked in the 2-year-olds. The 3-year-olds, bourbon proof. I mean, if you can be bourbon proof, you got to be pretty strong. So I'm liking bourbon proof. And then in the railway, there's a lot of chat about Alabama Lass and Crescetti going on. Last time I backed Crescetti, because I'd heard it all around the office that Crescetti was just too good. Gonna win. Always gonna come in freak. Just put whatever you want on, I told a couple of my friends,
Yeah.
let's just back Crescetti here. Let's do it. And nope.
It's a lock, lads. It's a lock.
I did say it was a lock. Did not come in. So for that reason, Crescetti is on my no bet list.
Ooh.
And I'm going to a Bonnie Lass in the Railway, the Group 1, which will run at 7:43 this Saturday at Ellerslie.
Have you? No, I like the naming things. So we're both on the name vibes, the name energy. But seeing as you're on the Bonnie Lass with the Craig Grill, surely you look at the favourite. Now this is
in the Railway.
This is a alliteration, and this is a Sam Spratt on Alabama Lass, but it is the favourite.
$3 for a favourite isn't bad odds either.
Not at all.
So
I'm just saying you could combine the 2 theories here. Your names,
yeah,
my alliteration.
Yeah.
You like the Lass, Alabama Lass, favourite, $3. I mean,
I think I'll probably place these bets, but what I'll be doing is I'll be chatting to the punters at Ellerslie when we're there. And I just want to see, because I've done the Melbourne Cup. The Melbourne Cup tips that everyone gave me sucked. I didn't win on the Melbourne Cup at all. So I got to restart. It's a new year, new me, Zen, obviously. And I'm going to chat to the punters at Ellerslie on Saturday. And I'm going to see if they can help me pick a winner. Because I can pick a winner every now and then. But not when it matters most. Not on the big nights.
right. Not when everyone's counting on you.
Melbourne Cup, I didn't win. NZ Cup week, couldn't win. Karaka Millions 2025 is where it turns around. So
Lock it in.
hopefully we can chat to a couple of punters, see if we can find some winners. But yeah, really looking forward to that. It's going to be a bit of fun. The after party is what I'm going for. I think we're going to go and do going to chat to the punters. So I'm going to find some winners, but we're also going to ask them whether they're actually here for the party or the punting. I feel like lots of them are going to be for the
Probably
party.
there for the party.
Probably in a similar boat to me.
Yeah. So we need to find the ones that
Who
are
went
there
to the
for the
punting.
punting.
Yes. It's going to be tough
Indeed.
because I think it's all I see Karaka Millions on their site, on the Auckland Thoroughbred site. My Instagram is party, 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 party. I don't see punting. So, need to find the punters.
Punting energy up.
And then, yes, turn the punting up. Party down just a smidge.
Just a smidge.
Once we get the punting up to a
Then
standard that we're happy with,
the party gets.
then the party can join up.
Indeed.
All right. Sorted. Now, this is the only one we're going to do this week because we are under the pump. We're obviously not in our own studio. We're working things out.
Yeah.
We might as well just do our gut play, our stat play, our hot streak now and mash it all into one.
Let's do it.
So, let's look ahead to this weekend. It can be whatever you want. Could be the races. It probably won't be the races. Hit me with your gut play.
Well, you will see those alliteration bets take place. But the gut play, it has to be Auckland FC versus Adelaide, man.
What are we going tonight?
The top two. Top of the table clash. Auckland FC to win at $3.50. Come on, I mean, it's the best defence in the league. Yes, they're up against one of the best attacks, and Adelaide are on a 3-win streak. Adelaide have only lost one game this season, and that was at home. So let's make it 2 losses at home.
Really?
And in addition to this, FYI, AFC to score is boosted to $3 on the betcha market from $2.30.
Yeah. Just to score.
So have a day.
Just to score.
Have a day.
That's got to be too good to be true.
Nope.
Oh, first team to score. First team to score.
Yeah, I said that, no?
Yeah, sorry. I thought I heard you just say to score.
Oh, well, Auckland FC, sorry, first team to score boosted to $3, but we're going beyond that. We're hitting at $3.50. We're getting the W. Thank you very much, Adelaide.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to go Aussie Open. I stayed up last night for the first set of the Alcaraz-Djokovic quarterfinal. The blockbuster quarterfinal, which could have been the Grand Slam final. Couldn't make it the whole way. But my bet for my gut play is Sinner versus Djokovic in the final. So name the finalists.
Okay.
It's paying $2.
Okay.
And I just feel like...
Is that the favourite option then?
Yeah. And for Sinner, who's the number 1 seed, he is playing in the quarterfinal tonight against the Demon, Alex de Minaur, the Aussie, number 8 seed. But he's in uncharted territory. Sinner wins tonight. Obviously, those odds drop drastically.
Yep.
So I need to get on that now. And Djokovic just beat Alcaraz last night. He's different gravy in Grand Slams.
Yep.
He's obviously one of the GOATs, if not the GOAT. He will verse, I believe, Alexander Zverev, who is also very good, but I think susceptible to some temper tantrums. And I don't think he will have what it takes to get over Djokovic in the semi. Djokovic will cruise to the final.
Yep.
Sinner wins tonight, and he's got an easy semi-final as well. I think it's Ben Shelton and some unseeded Italian.
Right.
And Sinner wins tonight, he'll cruise through either of those two. So that's my gut play. Name the finalists. I've never done a bet like that before.
Exciting stuff.
Sinner versus Djokovic in the final, $2.
Valid, because I don't think pressure and temper tantrums do so well together.
No, they don't. Stat play.
Stat play. Bournemouth in 7th place. Nottingham Forest in 3rd. 2 teams in very, very good form. Both teams have scored in each of the last 5 head-to-head games. Bournemouth have not lost in the last 10 Premier League games, which is incredible form considering the type of league we're having this year.
Yep.
I think both teams will score here to continue that each of the last 5 head-to-head. And I also think that Bournemouth this is not where Bournemouth begin to lose. I think it will be a draw. So $4.66 for those two options there.
Intriguing stuff. Is that a double, or have you had to same game multi that?
What do you mean?
So
Same game multi.
Yeah.
Or just a multi?
Yeah.
Or a double? Are you saying a double option?
Yeah. Like
no, I made
the
this
double...
up. No, I've put this together. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you can get those doubles that are like both teams to score, Bournemouth to win.
Yeah, this is just a both teams to score option and the game to end in a draw.
Yeah, okay. Nice. I've gone into the AFC Championship game, Mahomes versus Allen.
Bills to win. I agree. Fantastic.
I didn't pick a winner.
Oh.
All three of their playoff games have gone over 50 points.
Really?
The Chiefs' offense have had their struggles this year. But as we saw last weekend, Travis Kelce playoff edition still exists. Chiefs are still the Chiefs.
And the refs are still the refs.
The refs will call the game. Funnily enough, the refs have a great relationship with Josh Allen.
With the Chiefs, yeah. Oh.
I don't know if you've seen.
I haven't.
The ref coming over to Josh Allen after making a bad call on him, coming over and consoling him. Just,
So he did make a bad call?
Wow. He explained his call. But
well, what use is it if a ref gives a poor decision for the Chiefs but then says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Josh Allen. The call's been made. You cost the Bills the game."
It wasn't against the Chiefs.
No, I'm just making a scenario up for the next game.
Yeah, but no, Josh Allen and the
Chiefs
refs
win by 1 point. But at least the ref gave Josh Allen a hug afterwards.
No, but Josh Allen and the refs have a very good relationship. It's almost the relationship, the real-life relationship that the media make out the Chiefs and the refs to have.
Okay.
So, but anyway... I've just gone for the over 47.5 total points because all three of them have gone over 50. The Chiefs will turn up when they need to.
Yep.
Josh Allen knows how to put points on the board. And I just think it could turn into a shootout. Could turn into a shootout that goes to overtime as well, which just plays into the over even more. And I think 47.5 is not enough. I reckon that'll get higher as we get closer to game time. So taking that now, based on the last three playoff games, that is your stat.
Nice.
There you go.
I back it.
Yeah, because I didn't pick a winner.
That's
why. Hot streak.
No. So I think I have to just point out the odds for this game are ridiculous, considering the form a certain team is in, and Rangers are second in the league. They're paying $7. $7 to beat us, which I think is unfair to the Rangers, considering how terrible we are at the moment. And also the rough start that we had in the Europa League. In saying that, we have won the last three Europa League games, of which Ruben Amorim has been a part of two of those. Man United has never lost to the Rangers.
This is QPR, Queen's Park Rangers.
No, Scottish side. You leave out me out of this. Thank you. Okay, so they've never lost to the Rangers. This is Europa League, by the way, if I didn't already state that. Nor conceded. We haven't conceded against the Rangers.
Wow. Ever?
No.
When you've played them?
No.
Wow, okay.
Never lost, never conceded. This is all starting to look very good, and I'm starting to understand why $7 is a thing here for the Rangers. And although we are in the season of breaking bad records, as you know and have pointed out so kindly, I don't think this is one to be broken. So we're doing a little cheeky double here. We're doing Man United to win and both teams not to score.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Combining for 234. That's where the value is lying for me in this one.
That's not bad, actually, considering
we're paying
you've never lost, you've never conceded.
Yeah, and we're paying only $1.40 to win. We need something a bit more spicy, I think. I don't think this is one of these notoriously bad records that we have been breaking. I don't think it happens against the Rangers.
You've done well to find some good value out of that, actually.
Thank you.
That's nice. My hot streak could be slightly controversial for you, actually. So I've gone Nottingham Forest to win against your Bournemouth pick because the Trees are unbeaten back to the start of December. They've won 8 of their last 9. the one blemish being a draw against Liverpool 2 games back. Back on the winning wagon last week. They're away from home, and in this 9-game unbeaten stretch, they have played 4 games away from home. They have won 4 games away from home. So, the hot streak to continue. Nottingham Forest to win, paying $3.35. So one of us will be right.
Indeed.
One of us will be right.
Well, I mean, or we could both be wrong. I've said both teams to score game to end
so
in a
Bournemouth
draw.
could win to 0.
Bournemouth could just win.
Oh, yes. They could.
Then we both
They
look
could
like
just
idiots.
win.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That 10-game stat, it's good enough for me to feel confident that I'm sure both will. I'm sure Chris Wood's going to score because he's the GOAT.
Yes.
And I'm sure the way Bournemouth played last week against Newcastle, they have to.
Okay.
They have to score.
There's some good streaks in the Premier League as well at the moment. Like
Yeah.
you could find so many. It just
Yeah.
so happens we found one.
Yeah. But you're all right.
Uh,
Yeah, Forest third place, technically second if if it wasn't for GD. So
Yep. Okay, let's finish up with our group chat multi. Do you want to hit me with your first leg and let's build this and place it?
I haven't even considered a multi. So
Right, talk to me.
I am going to considering we talk about consistency today.
Theme of the day.
To Bravery Born at $2.90 in that 2-year-old race. I'd like that in the multi. Here's
Yeah?
the favourite.
Wow.
It is the favourite, and I just think you might as well chuck it in, considering I've put no thought into this multi whatsoever.
Beautiful stuff. My first one, I'm just going to pick the Super Bowl, so I've gone the winner in each game.
Don't say Chase.
I'm going to tell you the first one in the NFC
jeez.
is I've got the Commanders upsetting the Eagles
Okay.
at $3.40.
Wow.
So we've got good value at the moment. If they can upset the best team of football in the Detroit Lions, as long as they can stop Saquon Barkley, they can upset the Eagles.
Okay.
So we've got $2.90, $3.40. What are you doing for your second leg? And you can't do Bills to win.
Well, I could, because then we'd be in a stalemate, because I feel like I know what your second option is that I'm going to have to decline. What else is happening around the grounds? How are Phoenix doing? Let's have a gander.
Phoenix are playing Central Coast.
The Central
Saturday.
Coast Mariners, 260
At home.
apiece.
And actually in Christchurch, might I add.
Yeah, odd one.
Yeah.
They're fairly even there. Maybe a draw. They're playing in Christchurch. Not exactly the yellow fever turnout they'll be used to.
You want to run off the draw in that game?
Yeah.
Shit, we're going to get some good odds here. And, yes, then I am going...
No, don't do it.
I could just go Chiefs to win, but what I'm going to do, just to keep you happy, I'm going Bills +3.
They +3.
No, it's an alternative line.
Oh, right.
It's actually set at 2.
Ah.
But because we've got such good value across the board,
Yep.
I'm just going Bills +3.
Okay, cool.
Just to, keep them within it as a field goal.
Yep.
Could usually, if overtime, win it with a field goal, win it with a touchdown, keep it within 3. I'm going Bills +3. But I am going to say this, I think the Chiefs win. So
Alright.
my Super Bowl pick is Commanders Chiefs.
All right.
We're at $56 for that multi.
Jeez Louise.
Multi-risky or odds boost. Now, Goran and I had a theme going. I feel like you and I had a theme going. We'd always do multi-rescue. Goran and I had a theme going where we always did odds boost.
Yeah.
New year,
Yep.
new us. What are we doing? Multi-rescue, odds boost. Odds
Well-
boost gets us to 66.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Consistency is key. Multi-rescue.
Right on. That has been placed. My other gut play, stat play, hot streak have all been placed as well. So you can find them on my Bet Social profile. You will have yours placed, no
Indeed.
doubt. And yeah, I think that's all I've got for this
Yep.
first edition of the Group Chat 2025.
Yeah, get those Karaka Million ones in there as well.
Yep,
And if you're at the event, we'll be floating around.
we will be.
And you will be interviewed and cross-questioned on your picks. And if it's not alliteration, you're in big
If
trouble.
it's not alliteration, you're not making the cut.
Indeed.
Is essentially what we're saying, because we are the producers. All right, that is all. Thank you all for listening. If you are going to have a bet, make sure you have some fun, but do it responsibly. We might see you on Saturday at the races. If not, we will be back next week. Maybe in a studio.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Can we fix the computer? Who's to say? Will Charlie blow it up again? Probably.
Who's to say?